The Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Knights moving quickly to the line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands.
A shot toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
So the Colorado Buffaloes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking for a crease. It's McNabb. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Discards a man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Knights will hustle to the line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. caught in the backfield. It's Cook. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got
it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top 5 battle, and now it's a final. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite a resume. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give on the inside. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts him down.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Finds a crease at the 20. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Direct snap. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 20 in the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. They march 78 yards down the field and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Underneath toast to coverage, got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCF!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just fine.
The extra point is blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a gap. It's McNabb. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Nice move there. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Buffaloes are on the move. On the ground, it's Allen. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to the left. And he could not get loose on the run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Colorado.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Snap it to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to punch it in. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
The Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
First down here for the offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next day.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Wide receiver shows motion. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. Comes out throwing on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 10. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal. And, David, they practice this sudden change situation.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knights! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Dobbs. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cook. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Knights racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He's looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
This could have the earmarks of a win. if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Pocket starts to collapse. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on, they execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Knights! And the route is on. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And the pass is intercepted.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next week.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
On the
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Complete to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll let it go down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bucs!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this...
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock, and we got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
42 Spider. Fort, ready, go!
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man. It's Cook. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. You know, this is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating, too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
That's going to do it for us.